Congratulations, you've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours and demanding satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me, as always, is your co-host.
He's a fucking Chad.
It's Joe Sixpack, everybody.
666.
What's going on, everyone? Don't forget to go to allapologiespodcast.com to find all of the links to our Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. So please go there, like, comment, subscribe, demand apologies, issue apologies, and refuse apologies. And the one thing we're still asking is for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, steal somebody's identity, create a new email around it, and subscribe to the podcast.
Joe, we're not even asking people to subscribe to the YouTube channel anymore. They're going to want to, because what is happening right now, what is sweeping our own personal Instagram page is the popular game Impossible Burger. Did you have a chance to watch that content, Joe? Did you see the?
I only saw like the one you sent me, like a preview of it. So
Yeah.
now I haven't seen what you're going to be doing on the show here yet. No.
Yeah, this is another. That was just a warm up question. You said it was too easy. I guess I should have brought that one too. But it was about what state Cardiff is from, and all you really had to do was know what the state abbreviation for Minnesota was to win that, to get that question right. But I think everybody agreed that was.
I thought he was Canadian.
So a lot of people do. A lot of people think that, but what they don't know is that he's from Minnesota. That when Trump got elected, he moved to Canada, and now that they're going to absorb Canada into the United States, Cardiff is just going to move back to Minnesota. Is my understanding.
Well, I guess that would have been the part of the trick question is, what state is Cardiff from? And you should have had CA in there because it's the 51st state now.
Yeah. But this is the plan with Impossible Burger. It's going to become more of a way to get people to subscribe to the YouTube channel by offering them prizes and swag and things of that nature. But I did want to feature the game. This is another warm-up question, and it's not quite as easy as the Cardiff state question. This is going to be more what you can expect from the game. And
should I not answer these questions? These are for listeners.
This is going to go. I think what's going to happen is we're going to play the question on Instagram, and then we're going to reveal the answer on the show.
So I can guess at this point then.
This one is canned. This is going to have the answer right at the end.
Okay.
But it's just like, this is what you want to be on the lookout for on social media. And then we're going to have people in the comment sections guessing the answer. And if I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to collect the information for like who can go into the pool of candidates that can win the prize. I'm thinking one of the prizes is probably going to end up being a ticket or a few tickets. I'll award a few people access to the live stream of Hackamania. You become a winner of that, then I'll pay for your ticket out of our Patreon earnings that everybody generously supports the show with. So something along those lines, as we have merch, maybe people can win T-shirts, or as live events that are going to be streaming come up, we'll give away access to that, things like that. So there'll be prizes involved. So you're going to want to pay attention and try and get these questions right. But let's have a look at the new. We could pause it maybe in the middle and see if Joe knows the answer to this one. Let's have a look.
Isotope has never appeared on Who Are These podcasts? A. Hercules Rockefeller. B. Handsome Be Wonderful. C. Lance Uppercut. D. Admiral Awesome. E. Rock Strong.
I do know the answer. I don't even know. I know the answer, but I don't know who some of the other people are.
Yeah. Who do you know who? Do you know who's who in this list?
No. I mean, like I said, I know the answer.
Okay.
But I don't know who's who of the
because
you want me to guess? I'll guess here.
Well, yeah, because I was thinking there is going to be a version of this game where when we have guests on the show, this is going to be you saying, "Oh, I know this," you guessing, and then people in the chat can like Hollywood Squares style agree or disagree with what you think.
Okay.
And win that way. So
okay. Is Carl Handsome Be Wonderful?
That is correct.
Okay. Is Croge Lance Uppercut?
That is correct.
Okay, so then
who do you think producer Chris
producer
is?
Chris, I want him to be okay. Hercules Rockefeller, but I feel like because they had a bass player before Chris, so it may have been the list of aliases from The Simpsons may have shrunk, so he may be Rock Strongo, but I want him to be. I'm going to say Hercules Rockefeller because I want him to be. No, wait, is Kevin's Hercules Rockefeller?
Correct.
So that means producer Chris is Rock Strongo, and I knew
This
the
is
answer
going
was
great.
I knew. Hey, this is great.
Dick. What are you talking
Fuck
about?
up, Ed. You're about to lose your privileges on
You didn't know
jumping
the
in.
answer. I didn't know the answer. He's
So I
shitting
did.
the
First
game.
off,
He didn't know
you
any
can't
of the
take my privileges away because I'm an admin.
Beat it.
All right. Ed's got the admin.
So Joe, as a very long-standing Isotopes fan, knew the correct.
I knew right away who Admiral Awesome was, and that was the answer to this question, even if I didn't know who was who as far as the other aliases go. But
yeah, sleeper answer was A, Hercules Rockefeller, because that was the old the announcer is the original co-host Kevin, and he is still doing the announcing for the Isotopes voiceover segments, but and he appeared on the show, so it's
a good question.
I think so, but
that's a deep cut, though, as far as you have to be an Isotopes fan to get that. That's a hard question.
D. Admiral Awesome.
That's why it's impossible, Burger Joe. It's virtually impossible to get these questions right. Not true. I'm not gonna make it like so impossible that people won't be able to win the game, but I think a lot of it will come down to guessing games, and people we can't give prizes away to everybody.
Now,
listen.
Also, Andy, I'm gonna do the whole "woe is me" thing. We do this for the love of the game. We're not making money over here. It's just like all this Patreon. We're dumping that's going right back to you as the consumer. We're putting the money right back into the show, and actually, we're trying to put it right back into the pockets of these people who have been so graciously supporting our show here. So, yeah.
All we're asking is,
and it's not going to be hard. It should be a little hard. So it's deep lore, and I think that was a good question, Andy.
Thank you, Joe. So, and all it costs you is to follow us on Instagram. We're gonna put the question on Instagram, and then we're gonna reveal the answer on the show. And I'm gonna figure out a way for people to submit answers so that I can keep track. And then I think we're gonna have
how about this too? Contingency. You can't win unless you're a subscriber to the YouTube channel. We'll cross-reference.
That's exactly what this is all about, Joe. We just want people to sign up you don't have to watch the show. You don't have to change anything you do. Just sign up for the YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you wanna try and win a free ticket to Hackamania to watch it in the comfort of your own home on the WATP Patreon, then that's what we're doing with Impossible Burger right now. So I think it's just a little bit of fun. It's going to be a little different segment for our audience, and I hope people like it. So be on the lookout for that.
I like it.
Thank you, Joe. And what's going on? Maybe we'll start giving away free access to Patreon to winners too, because we were just doing part 6 of Master, the Neil Gaiman gotcha podcast that has nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing on Neil Gaiman except a bunch of women with sore buttholes saying that they didn't appreciate the butt sex when they consented to having butt sex.
Yeah, you know what I have to get is the Carl has it on WA. You're that nerd. Like all these women are just like, I can't believe I ever touched that nerd's wiener or let him kind of get close to me. It's really pathetic, and it just fucking accept what you've done in your life, for God's sake. They're all in therapy. Like they would have been
Joe,
in therapy anyway.
I was going to say, show me a woman and I'll show you somebody in therapy. That doesn't prove anything.
Yeah. Okay. But go check that out because we're really enjoying covering it. I'll be super sad when it's over. I hope
No.
I hope these losers just keep coming out of the woodwork trying to get Neil Gaiman's money because it's pathetic and there's nothing there. I hope he's like, you know, dancing around the courtroom, like
Yeah.
throwing New Zealand dollars about. Like he's just like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He's Kevin Meaning about.
Yeah, it's the best thing about this, though. Just when we thought it was over, I told this over on Patreon. There was only the 6 episodes, and they came out in July and August of 2024 to zero fanfare because there was nothing damning about it. Everybody was like, "Well, this is a nothing burger that was produced by 2 boring assholes that don't know how to podcast." And you get to the end, and well, I don't know if it's truly the end, but so nobody paid any attention to this except us, and we were decidedly saying that it's a terrible show and ripping it apart. And I was getting disappointed that there was only 6. And even last week, I was begging Joe to make it a 2-parter so that we can continue to make fun of it. And when we started this week, I said, well, what's happening in episode 6? I just went to see what episode 6 was all about. Lo and behold, 6 months later, to the day that I'm looking on Spotify to see what the last episode is about, doesn't episode 7 come out. They released a whole new 7th episode. So the one that's on there now that we just did is only half of part 6. We're going to have episode 6 part 2 next week. And then we still have episode 7 in the chamber. Maybe that'll be 2 parts. Maybe episode 8 will come out by then. Maybe this is never going to end, and this is our whole show now is just covering Neil Gaiman. What do you think, Ed?
I'm hoping that season 2 of their show they cover you two guys. and they take you guys out of context on everything we've done so far.
Oh my God. If Paul Dick has his way, victim blaming will be a crime too, and we're definitely going to fail.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for them.
Thankfully, Ed, you weren't here, but we did have New Girl on to co-sign everything that we were saying because it sounds like we're victim blaming everybody, but New Girl is definitely like, oh yeah, 100%. So
she's way harsher than I am.
Yeah,
definitely.
But she's seeing everything that we're seeing. Now, I also want to say, Andy, that what you were explaining is we're not pulling the taffy on this to extend the life of this topic. It's just happening that way because the part 6 was like 50 episodes long, and it was just all soundbite from this victim the whole time. So I was just like, I gotta put, like, I can't not pull these clips, and it ended up being a 2-parter just by sheer volume of clips. So
yeah, it should just be
all
called
good.
Yeah, it should be called Fool's Gold, a gold digger's story. That's what this is. It's these women have fucking nothing, and they're just trying to get money out of Neil.
Yeah, give me money, Neil should be what this is called.
But I do think that there is a YouTube video of these 2 duds, Paul and Rachel, that are the producers and interviewers and journalists that put this together. They did one of those serial type of I got to keep the gravy train rolling. This is how we made this pod series. They're patting themselves on the back and thinking that everybody can't get enough of this content, and it's just ridiculous. So I think there's even a little bit more that we can some more blood that we can squeeze out of this stone over there. The dud that is the Master Tortoise pod series. It's just so ridiculous.
dug into Amanda Palmer, and I feel like we could even dig into that even more
Oh, yeah.
probably on her side, because she's just really insufferable as well. So
Yeah, I was really disappointed to learn that that she wasn't as bad as we thought that she was right off the bat with the free episode that is on YouTube currently. If you want to see what we're talking about, how it all got started, that's living in YouTube channel right now. So check that out. And then if you want to find out exactly all the non all the non crimes that Neil is up to.
yeah.
That
I was going to say, maybe we have to put together like a worst of the worst, by which I mean like there's nothing really here. Maybe we put together like a really concise package of this as an episode at some point.
Yeah, I would like to do that, and then like maybe bring it to like WATP or Drew Lane or somebody like that. See who's interested in this, because I think it really is interesting.
Yep.
But this week, Joe, is not so much of a featured topic that we normally do. We normally like to spotlight one specific shithead that stepped in shit and really target a fuck up that fucked up. But this week there's just so many fuck ups fucking up that I wanted to just do a roundup and like catch up. And obviously we have to start with the Babe Ruth of fuck up. So things continue to go poorly for Diddy, Joe. Believe it or not, things aren't going his way.
It's getting worse. He ran out of baby oil. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
His roommate is now Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that could possibly happen to Diddy is running out of baby oil. But actually, Ed, you could pull up that headline there. Diddy's lawyer quits because there's under no circumstance can he continue to pretend that there's any chance that he could possibly win this lawsuit. Is that what lawyers do, Joe? They when they're trying to have a record, there's like, I have this many wins and this many losses in the courtroom, so I have to just quit before I take an L. Is that what this guy's doing?
Officially unwinnable. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one nowhere. I don't know. It does not seem good at all. That this is very damning for Diddy, I would say. Like, we can't get. You're just going to have to go with the Lionel Hutz of public defenders, right? Because I'm not going to co-sign. No, I'm not going to be affiliated with this.
Right before this, Joe, they had the lawyers tried to play the race card and say that they're only going after Diddy this way because he's a successful black man. A quote from one of the lawyers said, "This case is unprecedented in many ways, but perhaps most notably and most disturbingly, no white person has ever been the target of a remotely similar prosecution." Can you think of one white person that might seemingly be the white Diddy?
White Diddy.
The Clintons tried to kill him.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right. Yeah, exactly.
I guess he never did get to the courtroom.
He committed suicide in jail. Yeah. Maybe this guy could take it.
You just hate me because I'm black. That's maybe Neil is. They're trying to make Neil the new Epstein, right? But no, his lawyer. It looked like it was a. He's got like 6 lawyers. He's got a whole team of lawyers, and this guy was just like, "This is not gonna work out for me. It's not gonna work out for Sean." So
it's a shame Johnny Cochran's not with us anymore.
Yeah,
Johnny
right.
Cochran could get him off of this.
He'd be all over this.
Yeah.
Here, let me change my headline real quick.
Is it? It's not. Oh yeah.
We should take.
Yeah. Where's VDL when you need him?
Mm-hmm.
But
he should be VDL instead of VTL.
That's what I said.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm agreeing. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so it's
Good one.
it's more of this. Diddy is in a even more hot water. His lawyers are jumping ship. So that's
Fuck, Andy.
happening.
I'm sorry. Before you keep going, but I think I just did it as a one-off. We really do have to like pull a clip of Wendy Williams pointing out Beyonce's. Your drop there reminded me of Beyonce's fake pregnancy belly or whatever that got Wendy Williams dosed and put in
Yeah.
committed to an insane asylum.
Oh yeah, she got
But-
Heavy Deed by Beyonce and the
Yeah.
Illuminati.
But we have to dig deeper into that.
Yeah, because I always
I'm
thought that,
I'm the Wendy Williams fan, so I'm preoccupied with Neil Gaiman and not paying enough attention to Wendy Williams, which is what they want.
yeah,
What they
I know.
want.
We might have to do.
Anyway.
We always said we were going to do Wendy Part 2, so maybe we need to
Yeah.
revisit that. And I always thought that I really thought when this came along that Diddy was going to be the thing that we covered the most, but it turns out it's Neil Gaiman. So, but the Diddy case isn't over. Yeah, it's not over. It is a competition, guys. So Diddy, let's step up your game, and we can get more Diddy
The
content.
last time he stepped up his game, he got himself in this situation. Maybe
Yeah.
he should step down his game a little bit.
He did.
Yeah,
He stepped way down.
dial it back. Okay, the other thing that happened recently, this is just more back and forth, just drunk swinging on each other. The Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni updates
God,
keep
this is like
coming.
my least favorite topic, but okay.
I know, but when last we left, they had that footage of Blake at that Forbes interview conference, whatever, where she was basically laying out her scam of how she gets producer credits and takes her creative juices out on the production, and she sleeper sells her way into being a producer on the film when she only gets hired to be an actress.
Yeah.
And she was copying to it live on stage. So now we have this shit where
Justin Baldoni's going.
Now
Did
everyone hear this? Yeah, right. Yeah. He's like, what more do you need? And Blake Lively now is gone to door knocking on the costume designer and the hair and makeup people and saying, weren't you uncomfortable when Justin was talking about his porn addiction that one day? Don't you remember? Because I think you're pretty cool. And don't you want Blake Lively to think you're cool? Because what's really cool is you saying that Justin Baldoni is a sex offender.
Whose side was I on last on this?
Yeah, I think in the end you liked them both equally. You're like, I just got to watch that movie again. That's what you said.
No, that doesn't sound like me. But I think I'm with him on this again. I think I'm back on his side. He's a creep, but she's trying to write herself into the producer credits. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Right. So
she was there just sitting in the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary audience where they're making jokes about it, like amongst an entire group of celebrities.
Yeah, you're a laughing stock. That whole production is a laughing stock, and they just are in a battle for who sucks more. And Taylor Swift has basically closed the door on being associated with Blake Lively in any way at this point. We all
now I have
noticed
to now I have to be on Taylor Swift's side. I never want to be on her side.
We didn't see Blake Lively in the skybox this year when Taylor Swift was dressed like whatever. She did not get dressed up for the occasion because she knew they were going to get fucking owned by the Philly defense.
Taylor Swift's like, I'm bringing Ice Spice instead. You deal with this shit.
Oh God, that was a great loss, though. I'm so glad Kansas City lost. Speaking of teams I hate, let's take it up to Boston, where apparently you can't even get roofied in Boston without getting locked in the bar after hours. Because this is Fennel Hall. The bar was called Ned Devine's. Apparently, it's like within this building. But this woman seemingly got roofied and possibly finger banged against her will by Neil Gaiman in a bathroom, and then the staff just
Neil Gaiman.
I think that's the old like courthouse.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think that's where the bar is.
Well, I don't know why that picture is why they're using that, but if you read in the article, and I'm not asking anybody to do that, I read it. It says that the place was called Ned Devine's, and this woman was passed out in the bathroom, and the staff just locked up and went home, and she had to call the cops so that somebody would come let her out when she came to. Sounds like the most Boston thing. The most Boston.
It's like when you go to that's like when you go to Cheers in Boston. There, it's not really that building. That's the same thing. It's like this is Ned Devine's, but it's not really that.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, yeah.
They do this all the time in Boston. It's a troll. It's a Rick roll of a building.
Right, right. And see, that's why they're so angry. That's why they're so angry.
Yeah.
Right, because nothing's where you ever left it or what you expected it to be. I love Boston. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go back and get locked in a bathroom after hours after I get raped.
You're not going to tell anybody, are you?
That's why I'm going.
Andy, if you got locked in a bathroom and roofied, would you tell anyone?
Yeah. I go for the gay rape, and I stay for the whatever the fucking Bruins game.
Boston Beans.
I was going to say the forgetful nature of what happened the night before, but whatever.
Now, also in Boston, this was so funny on the heels of that story. I don't know how I found this. It's just one of the funniest news items I've ever seen. Basically, this guy bought a Cybertruck, and I thought that he was going to be the coolest guy in the room, and the complete opposite happened. And this is a real news story. Whenever you think about the world's biggest douchebag getting his comeuppance, I hope everybody thinks of this.
Local man is getting a lot of negative attention over this gold Cybertruck. He says people have vandalized his car with messages of hate. Now, we blurred some of them out down in the bottom there. You can see it earlier.
Pause it real quick.
Gotten some alarming phone call.
We had to blur out the F slur that was keyed into the back of his Cybertruck.
Is that what it was?
No, I don't know.
The QR code leads you to something that says, "I'm a big homo."
Yeah. It leads you to a link to a Village People video.
Yeah. Okay.
We blurred some of them out down in the bottom there. You could see it earlier. But the man also says he's got
That's pretty cool.
Phone calls. Boston 25 News reporter Jim Morelli spoke to him about how it's affecting him.
It doesn't fit in the parking spot.
It spans 18 feet, weighs 6,000 pounds. It is the Cybertruck.
I love it. I just love the Cybertruck.
But for Dr. Kume Jarouge, that love lately has been seriously tested.
I would never imagine driving a Cybertruck. A Cybertruck will get you that much hate.
Not hate.
Sculpting. Like cold sculpting fat asses.
Call the police.
Dr. Jarouge, I hope you kill yourself. Please do the world a favor. Have a horrible day.
Dr. Jarouge says he got that
message. That is the most Boston thing ever.
Yeah, pause it real quick.
I hope you kill yourself in a Dunkin' men's room.
Why? Just based on the appearance, the visual of him driving. Cybertrucks are corny enough when you see him in the wild. You're just like, okay, what? There's a douchebag, but to paint it gold is just
you're making it look more like a Pontiac Aztec more than it already did.
Yeah, you've taken the douchebaggery to the next
level.
Maybe
he thinks he's Walter White.
Yeah,
yeah, real subtle. Don't attract too much attention.
This guy is obviously black.
Yeah, he's obviously a plastic surgeon. He's just a cunt, and people are scanning that QR code and going, "Oh, I'm gonna call this guy and tell him what a dick he is."
Tell him to go to Greenland.
Yeah, it's a 60-year-old woman saying, "Meet me in public, and I'll beat your ass."
And the thing is, she will, because she's as big as that Cybertruck.
Probably.
Yeah. It's
Let's keep going with this. It's so funny. It gets better.
It's wrapped in gold. Jarouche says to match the logo of his Southborough practice sculpting.
he's got the same gray streak you do.
Detractors think.
With the gold wrapped Cybertruck, people think it's pure support for Musk and Trump.
Jarouche says the Cybertruck has always garnered attention, but in a playful sense.
They'll laugh at the truck. Somebody give me thumbs up. Somebody give me thumbs down.
But last Friday, he says his wife found a sticker pasted to the back of the Tesla, calling the doctor a Nazi.
That means there's somebody's watching me. They're watching where I park my truck. They're watching my kids. They're watching my family. That was risky.
And he says things.
Pause it real quick.
Social media threats.
How could they possibly know where I am? They're watching me all the time. No, you can see your fucking truck from space, sir. It's very easy to know where you are.
Yeah, they know where you work, and then they follow you to Publix or wherever the fuck you're going, and
I mean, it's not that hard. They duct taped an air tag to the bottom of your car. That's all they did.
Dude, you don't have to look very hard to find this truck. It's very easy to.
There's a lot of dick faces up there, man. There's a lot of dick faces up there. It's like going to Jersey. Every time you turn around.
Yeah.
Andy, who knew that when I bought a gold Cybertruck that I would get so much attention? I didn't know. This is not the attention that I wanted.
Yeah. I wanted attention, just not this kind of attention.
This is definitely not the gold digging I was hoping for. God.
Yeah. Some people are giving me a thumbs up. Some people are giving me a thumbs down. Some kid was giving me the finger up, and then he was giving it to me down. It's like
he's telling me to shove my thumb up my butt.
Yeah, an old lady is calling me and telling me to fuck myself.
Damon started calling me. It was weird.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do a vaginoplasty over here. Please stop carving the F word into my truck.
I'm trying to cold sculpt somebody's fat pussy.
Yeah. All right, let's finish this up.
Canceled appointments and lately fake reviews posted to Google.
I hope that will pass. I would love a civilized discussion.
But if it doesn't pass, Jarouche says it might just push the family to move out of state. Now, you might wonder why the doctor doesn't just trade that Cybertruck in. Well, he tried to do that, but the Tesla dealership won't take it back, and he also tried at a BMW dealership, and they were not interested in a trade-in. In Southborough, Jim Riley for your local station, Boston 25 News.
Nobody wants your rape bans.
The Cybertruck, Tesla won't take it back because I painted it gold and somebody carved an R-tard into the side of it. So I guess I'm just going to have to move out of state because I'm just going to go get all the hate from Rhode Island because I'm full up of hate in Boston.
Yelp reviews are like, I went in for a Botox injection in my near my eye and I woke up with a sore asshole. Yeah.
My asshole was the size of a gold Cybertruck. I like how he's said, I hope that we could just have a civilized discussion. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 50, how big of a douche are you? I'll let you I'll put it on you in a civilized way. And if you want to go above, feel free to go above 50, Doc.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I was so taken aback that this is now like a politically charged topic that you know what you're doing, sir. Okay. We all just because you're not wearing the red hat along while you're driving it. You're not fooling anyone. We know who you voted for.
But also, you're in Boston. Is it a problem there? Are people not cool with Trump and Musk in Boston?
I don't give a shit one way or the other. Just don't plead ignorance. I didn't even know this would happen. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect this kind of a hate from libtards.
It's a 2025. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not really apology centric. I think maybe that guy is demanding an apology from all the people that are crank calling him and putting crazy Yelp reviews on his cold sculpting business. But
yeah,
see, because if he was in New York, he would have had Frank Rizzo calling him.
Yeah.
Or Saul Rosenberg would have called him about his glasses.
My shoes
just so that
were
I have them.
Mhm.
Okay, this other one, the next one, Joe,
Mhm.
is pretty hilarious. It's sad.
More hilarious than that.
It's sad for the victims, but it's hilarious to think that somebody is this bad at their job or could not care less about doing their job that they would leave they would just leave it like this and not think that there would be any kind of repercussions. I know obviously they didn't know the connection that we're going to see here, but if you want to pull this up, Joe or Ed. So Mandy Moore's in-laws, their house burned
Oh,
down.
that's Mandy Moore?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I was thinking
her-
the same thing. What happened?
well, whatever. You guys are looking. You guys are aging like fine wine, apparently. But
More like vinegar, but yeah.
so Mandy
People
Moore's
like it.
her in-laws lost their home in the California wildfires.
Mm.
Some dildo showed up to their house with an Amazon package for him and just left it on the pile of burnt down rubble. It's just like, here's the sconces that you wanted for your dining room.
We must carry on business, but we must keep doing business. You
Yeah.
know, it goes.
Kaiser Bezos said I had to deliver this, house or not. You can
This
go
is the.
find.
I pinned this on the map, and this is where it says I put it.
Yeah.
A drone. Listen, the drone that will replace me would fly in and drop it on this spot. That's what I'm doing. I am a drone.
But as the driver, wouldn't you go, maybe I should call my manager when I show up to the stop and there's no house or person, there's nobody here. Should I deliver this?
Or
Bring it back.
become a little more selfish about it. I guess this package is mine now. Because the people who live here don't live here anymore. They didn't leave a forwarding address in the
As they were escaping the wildfire, they didn't leave a forwarding address.
Yeah.
Why didn't I see a post-it? No, you need to send it to this house. There's two.
Outrun the fire, Henry. There's an Amazon truck tracing us as we try to escape the fires.
Yeah,
They're
I went
running
like
down.
I don't know what's worse. How stupid you have to be to leave it there, or the pressure that the person from another country who has this job is under to make sure that they meet their quota and that their percentage stays up so that they don't get fired.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I think the thought process was, dear Jeff Bezos, I went back to the rubble that was my house in the Pacific Palisades to get my new Kindle, and shockingly, it was not there. Whatever shall I do? I think some porch pirate stole my Kindle out of the rubble in my Pacific Palisades charred remains.
Yeah.
Please advise.
Kindle, more like kindling. Am I right, folks? Okay. Anyway, guys, use your fucking heads when you're leaving the packages. Make sure that there's a house and a person to receive the package. Don't just leave the shit.
This is expert advice from somebody who used to deliver things to people. So Andy knows what to do. Contact if there's no home left at the delivery site, call a manager.
Yeah, this isn't rocket science.
Yeah, they call that escalating.
I will say that I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Fuck you. You live in a place where you either die from a wildfire or an earthquake. Oh, and you don't have any water. And oh, hey, by the way, fuck you. I'm dropping this off on your rubble house, douchebag.
P.S. Are you related to the Mandy Moore? Of the Moors?
Speaking of beloved heroes, Joe, because I know you love Mandy Moore. But
I love Tangled.
The person I know that you love even more than Mandy Moore is a Gangnam Style artist, South Korean pop singer, Psy.
I do. I was just listening to Hangover yesterday with Cash and Hangover. Yep.
So apparently, Cy has discovered Ozempic and lost a certain amount of weight, a noticeable amount of weight.
Good for him.
But people have a problem with it.
Mm.
I don't understand these people that I guess
I mean,
maybe
he
it's an
looked like-
elitist thing that the people that can afford the drug get to be slim and the people that can't afford it are bad that they're still fat. So they have
Okay.
to take it out on Cy for
All right.
looking better.
It's all fucking the drought of the availability of this is over. The whole outrage of this is gone. They'll sell this drug to fucking anyone in a trailer at this point. So this is all complete nonsense. If he has to apologize for anything, it's like his Botox plastic face or whatever that he's got going on there that doesn't look real anymore. It looks like he's literally wearing a rubber mask. But
Scroll down, Ed. Can you? There's a better
Cy has
picture. Of
nothing. So
Go ahead,
Cy
Joe.
has a pass, a lifetime pass for Gangnam Style. It's
Exactly.
It's an excellent video, excellent song. At one point, my wife was like, Cy's still around? And I like Googled it, and it was him like shooting up through the floor in front of like Wembley. It looked like fucking Queen performing. At Live Aid
like
or
it like
something
launches
that.
at like 8 feet above the stage. He's like under the
Yeah,
stage and he
it's
shoots
awesome.
up and he like
Yeah, and then he fucking kills it.
like
and he
Godzilla.
fucking-
It's crazy.
he goes whoop 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 whoop.
Oh wait, that's Japan. Never mind.
And
Yeah. He looks like the supreme leader. What the
Kim
Kim Jong Un,
Oh yeah.
Pin
Well,
Pew,
that's just
whatever his
'cause
name
he's
is.
Korean. You're being racist. Get off the fucking screen.
Yeah. Stop it, Ed.
No,
Come on.
no. I mean, he's got the same outfit on.
Oh yeah, he is in uniform.
You're doing the they all look alike thing. Okay, we can't abide this.
Yeah. Apparently, he went through the comments when they posted a picture of his dramatic weight loss, and everybody that was shitting on him, he actually went through and commented and just said sorry with a smiley face to all of the negative comments, or his handler, his social media manager, whoever.
Yeah, Cy was like,
That drop sounded a little sloppy too. We have sloppy drops today, everybody. It's
Sloppy
not our
dropping.
fault. Sloppy dropping.
And when you take Ozempic, that also happens.
yeah, he'll sloppy drop. All sloppy drops right out your butthole.
Yeah, that was the original name for it, but they decided to go with Ozempic instead.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is crazy. When you think of diplomatic personalities that are going to mend the tension between the tariffs of the United States and Canada, who is the hero that is going to rise and bring these two nations back together, Joe? First thoughts.
Well, Canada's or America's love affair with Canada would be Ryan Reynolds would be the top tier, but he's got his hands full.
He's the man
So
to do it.
then
He's not
Seth Rogen, maybe
right?
John
Seth Rogen.
Candy, the corpse of John Candy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Lot of ideas.
a well-spoken Ryan Reynolds might be your first pick, but who would be
Mhm.
your 162nd pick? 'Cause that's
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, you almost fucking nailed it. Bring it up, Ed.
Dennis Rodman was in
So good. That was like that could
was-
not have been planned any better.
Kim Jong Un. Dennis Rodman went to because we just did the North Korea Kim Jong Un thing, so Dennis Rodman famously went there.
Oh, that was almost. Have you ever seen the game on WATS that I just co-hosted? Go check that out if you want to see me on. Who are these socials with Carl? But they play a game with Mike where they play a TikTok that is kind of innocuous, like a guy blowing off fireworks and it's setting his house on fire, or somebody feeding a baby goat and the goat is like making noises, whatever. And Mike has to guess what the reel is, and he's shockingly good at it. I think he has a winning record. But you guessing Rodman when it was Charles Barkley is almost. I'll give that to you because
All right. I saw the thumbnail at the bottom of the screen. I was like, that. I'm not that good.
Thank you for not cheating. We can't have
Are you-
people thinking we're
And
cheating.
you
when
were
we're trying to
saying that I
start
was
our own
making
game
bad
show.
stuff about what people look like? Come on, Joe.
Well, no, I knew it was Charles Barkley.
Hmm.
I wasn't guessing. I didn't say some black guy.
Well, we got to come from a place of integrity if we're going to play Impossible Burger and give things away. We can't have people thinking that we're cheating. So way to own it. But
Yep.
Charles Barkley apologizes to Canada for Donald Trump. As motivation is clear. What I don't know what that means. What does that headline mean? As motivation clear. It's not even a period. Who wrote this? This is
News, entertainment.
Yeah, this is garbage. But apparently,
Rory
Charles,
Robertson wrote it, and we got to get rid of him or her.
oh yeah,
We have to get rid of it.
We
Yeah,
have to get rid of they.
you fucked up, Rory.
So
And your parents fucked up when they named you Rory. So,
But
do we
I
have any
don't
more
think that
clarity? NBA legend apologizes to Canada, the entire country of Canada, for Donald Trump. Okay.
this is about the hockey game. America just played the.
I watched it.
Canadians. Oh, all right. So on the heels of that, Charles was joking that they were playing harder because of the tariffs and they didn't want to be the 51st state. So that motivated them to win.
Oh, okay. That was the motivate. Yeah, no, I thought I was kind of thinking the same thing at the end, or that when we think about how the NFL is rigged or whatever, it's just like, what narrative are we going to send? Like, what narrative will the NHL send? And the narrative that they wanted was that Canada is definitely its own country. So that may have gone that way. But yeah, I'm trying to become, Andy knows, I'm trying to become more of a hockey fan. So I did watch the Four Nations tournament. It was electrifying.
Did you watch the game where it looked like an episode of Shoresy where they send the gyms out to start the game?
Yeah, I tried. God damn. Okay, speaking of,
Are you ready to go? You're fucking going.
Good, because you're going. I want a goddamn fucking apology from Hulu. It's a subscription service, and you're fucking inserting ads up my ass. There's more ads than fucking show, and I'm trying to watch fucking Shoresy, man. It's just like 2 seconds of a fucking show, and a minute and a half of fucking commercials, man. Fuck is happening?
That broke the show. But Joe, that is a you problem. I pay for a better quality version of Hulu where I don't have that problem.
For YouTube, okay? I'm not paying for everything.
I keep seeing that Prime seems to be trying to take over the platform. They're like trying to absorb it. It's basically just going to become Spectrum Prime.
They're a little more genteel about it. The Amazon isn't ramming it up your ass with the fucking ads. Hulu is fucking beyond the pale. It's a disgrace. I like actively avoid watching anything on the platform.
Well, if you're not paying for Hulu, they ram them up your ass.
I am paying for it. I do. You have to. It's not free.
You usually get
a free tier as well.
You should be able to get it with your phone. Welcome to explaining phones and TV to Joe.
Get it with your phone.
Part of your phone plan.
Your phone plan should include Hulu and Disney.
No, you know what's hilarious is like my mother-in-law is just like the new iPhone update. Like they're like the Apple Intelligence thing. They're like stealing all your data. You got to turn it off or whatever. And I pick up my phone and I'm just like, I don't fucking have Apple Intelligence. She's just like, oh well, if it's like, and I look it up and my phone's so fucking old that it's not even supported. Right? I'm like, oh, antiquated technology is saving my data.
Just get a fucking new phone and all your Hulu problems are going to be solved.
No. Maybe
Joe's going to go the other way and get a flip phone, burner phone.
Yeah, I'm actively running away from the internet.
Yeah, just
while I simultaneously create a show for the internet.
Yeah, this is all the internet you need. And let's see, as we move on, related news that Charles said that because Trump is running around saying that Canada is going to be the 51st state. He's a nationalist. So if he can only care about the country, he needs to bring more land into the country to give it. So you're going to have Mexico is going to be part of the states, the Panama Canal, and Canada and Greenland. It's just all going to be the United States, and then it'll be an easier way for Trump to be international if it's just
so
all
dumb.
one nation.
Yeah, we're America first, but we're gonna make the entire world America, so it's globalist anyway. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Alex Jones' fucking dick is blowing off his body.
Yeah. We're gonna own all the lakes and resources of the Ukraine, but and that's gonna be America Junior.
I think we should probably get our stuff back from China first.
Okay.
If we're gonna do that, I mean, if we're gonna be nation first, we should probably get all the stuff that we sold to China back first.
Yeah. No, we're gonna impose tariffs on it, so we have to buy American-made goods. Meanwhile, we don't make anything in this country anymore. So, what are we even trying to accomplish?
You're right. Today's friends are tomorrow's enemies. Just know that from Rambo 3. But I only bring up Trump because in the next clip, his old director on one of the best shows ever created, The Apprentice, is got himself into a bit of hot water. Do you want to bring that? There we go. Apprentice director.
He looks cool.
Apologizes following groping allegations. I'm truly sorry. And I guess this was at the Golden Globe. This was recent. I was like, what? The Apprentice? Why are we talking about a show that's not even on anymore?
Yeah, how'd he get invited?
Apparently, he was playing grab ass at the Golden Globes. And your first thought is, that's a bad look. I wonder who she was that he was sexually harassing. No, it was a guy. Some guy.
Obviously.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, he was grabbing Terry Crews's dong at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, no, you missed a really key point of when Donald Trump said you can just grab him by the pussy. You have to be famous first, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You're a no one. Nobody's going to jail. What?
He said grab him by the pussy, not the man bag.
Whatever, that's the genitals. It doesn't matter. The genitals isn't the important part. The important part is you have to be famous before you grab genitals.
That's not the quote, Joe. Literal Andy says grab him by the pussy, not the dong. But
okay,
Ali Abbasi didn't learn anything from his time on The Apprentice, apparently.
Yeah, he was doing a different kind of apprenticeship.
Yeah. I'll teach you how to be a sex offender. I'm grooming you not to be my professional protege. I'm just grooming you for sex.
No, you're grabbing it all wrong. This is not. You're supposed to be grabbing it this way, not this way.
You're sexually harassing that man all wrong. Okay, Joe. This is the coup de grace. This is Dabbleverse centric. You might remember
That's
that
what Ali Abbasi said when he grabbed somebody's junk. This is the coup de grace.
You might remember that comedy hero Chad Zumock opens. He middles for the best of them. He's one of his best friends that he brings up all the time.
Ray DeVito. He middles for Ray DeVito.
Do you remember Godfrey?
Yeah.
Do you remember Chad Zumock's affiliate, like his friendship with Godfrey? Do you remember that?
If I remember anything, I remember that Godfrey is far too kind to Chad Zumock as far as like Godfrey. In the world of Chad Zumock, it's like Godfrey, Jim Florentine, and then no one.
Right. But Godfrey also, what you might not remember, went on to start a GoFundMe to help produce his own comedy special that he couldn't get a deal from Netflix or Paramount or Prime or anybody. So he's just like, fuck it, DIY. I'll do it myself.
Okay, people do that.
I'll take the GoFund. How much do you think it costs for Godfrey to produce a fucking 1 hour special? Ballpark what the ask is from GoFundMe to help him put on a comedy special that the likes of Mark Norman and Sam Tripoli put out multiple 1 hour specials on YouTube.
Right. So I want
$125.
Okay. I'm really trying to logic this kind of, but so like you said, Mark Norman, there's Sam,
You don't really have
Morale,
to guess.
like people do this, like, and if you're a professional comedian, you kind of have like the resources to kind of pull this off really low budget, depending
Right.
on how
Maybe you-
grandiose.
You pay like the sound guy there to record the show for you, so you have good audio. You set up your iPhone, maybe 2
GoPros.
iPhones. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And even Dave Chappelle set a template where you could do this really gonzo, low budget, and do whatever. So I'm going to say that Godfrey was asking for $5 million to put together a special.
It might as well be. It was something like $100,000.
Oh,
It was
okay.
an insane amount of money.
I don't know.
No, he's trying
It
to
doesn't
get
bother
people
me.
to pay for him. It's insane, Joe. It's
It is. You're right. The problem is like you make it and then you try and sell it, and to try and get that money up front is just wrong-headed, basically.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, I say all that just to say that Godfrey is a fucking clown, and him and Chad Zumock deserve each other, and he's now in the news for calling Uncle Phil secretly gay.
Oh, did Jaguar Wright apologize?
For calling Uncle Phil gay?
Yeah. Or no, wait. That was the dad from
did she
Family
predict
Matters
this?
getting fucked by Will Smith, right?
Oh, Reginald Vale Johnson.
Yeah.
He was in the news too. Is that what that's all about?
Probably. Everybody always says like that. Yeah, Carl was being fucked by Will Smith. That's like the big rumor.
Yeah, just like whatever. We'll just throw shit against the wall, see what sticks.
But so yeah, this is very much. See, this what's shocking is this is coming from Godfrey, because he's basically doing the they all look alike thing. There is just it's some dad on a black TV show.
I totally did it better.
Scroll down here, Ed. Not the first one that you see. There's some video. Not that one. The next one. This is audio of the comment right there. That click that link.
No who else gay? James Avery from the Fresh Prince.
Wow.
Uncle Phil, gay as hell. Yeah.
Wow.
He was gay. Because you know how I know? I had to do audience
I
for
fucked
the
up.
Gospel Awards when I first started comedy in Chicago.
Mhm.
And behind the scenes, I was there. James was there. Avery was there.
Fucking
It was,
dick.
Mike Tyson, Farrakhan, everybody was there. And
They were all sitting on the same stool.
backstage, all those gospel groups.
Yeah.
They were all getting very, very gay, and I saw him. He was flamboyant. I was like this, Uncle Phil, Aunt Phil. It's Aunt Phil, because he was like this. He was like this. He was like, girl, shoot. I was like, and he's like, see, he was a big man. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, he's mad feminine. I was surprised because I'm sitting there like, that's Uncle Phil. Is Aunt Phil
Playing games over here.
Say it again.
He knew how to act and play, but he was gay too. But he was such a great actor too. Carl Winslow was, from
There you
Family
go.
Matters.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gay.
Wow.
You can stop it there, Ed.
Yeah, but these guys were like old school.
Wow.
These guys were old school gay.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Does he mean in the closet old school? Not like now where everybody's just openly gay. These guys were secretly gay. Uncle fill up my ass.
Wow.
Wow.
The guy's response to Godfrey's story. The dude listening to it's like, can we say this? Like,
Yeah.
you know this is being recorded, right?
With
Wait, so he's apologizing? Is it not true?
Isn't he dead? I mean, that's the worst part. Is he's not here to defend himself?
Well, and see, that would be the thing. It's like the guy's like, if you keep saying this, it's going to get out because I'm going to put it on the internet. And what's going to happen is you're going to get sued by the estate. So his kids are going to come after you.
Yeah,
That's the best group of people to call gay, though, are the dead that can't dispute it. Oh,
Yeah.
he's totally gay. Fucking Benjamin Franklin, super gay.
But the guy is just like, wow, somebody in Hollywood is gay. I can't believe it. Okay, what a bombshell. There's gay people in the industry. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But then I'll scroll back up to the other clip. This is him apologizing for those remarks and being friends with Chad Zuma.
Here we go. Mr. James Avery, rest in peace and apology. There was a video that's going on that's been trending, and it's me doing an interview during COVID. I think it looks like during COVID, and during COVID, I did a lot of podcasts and interviews and stuff like that. And when I looked at the video, I said, I wonder where that's from. And I'm saying that James Avery, he was gay as hell. I owe the public an apology, and I owe Mr. James Avery, rest in peace and apology. There was a video that's going on that's been trending. And
all right, it's just repeating it. What was going on beneath that clip? It looked like Neil giving it to Scarlett.
It's just well, maybe, but it's just all fucking clickbait bullshit.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
it's not that I'm not looking at it, but
Godfrey's embarrassing himself on the national stage, even more so than being friends with Chad Zumock. The shame that comes along with that.
So, our friends sent us
you really want to show this? You want to close the show out with this?
Yeah, hang on. Upload a file. I want to upload it. Fucking break.
Well, while you're trying to find that, I'm going to encourage everybody to check out the hackamania.com website and use promo code NLO if you're interested in partying with the likes of Tukey, with the likes of Cardiff, with WATP Gang and Patrick Melton, and more. Dr. Steve with special co-host Lucy Tightbox will be doing the last episode of Weird Medicine at Hackamania. So check that out, May 9th through the 11th. And if they're doing a virtual ticket again, you're going to have a chance to win one of those here on the show by playing Impossible Burger. Now, Joe's insisting on showing this picture of a beer that apparently looks like me back when I used to deliver beer.
Andy, and they put Andy on the cover on the can of this beer.
It's called Handcart Hero, and he's that does kind of look like me back when I delivered beer anyway.
Yeah, it's on a dolly.
Why did you wear your pajamas out when you were delivering beer?
Well, I was working for Coca-Cola, so I was wearing red like that. I wasn't wearing a cape though, but it is all Apologies colors. Let's not overlook that.
And you said so. That's enough small talk. Let's get down to the apologies. So, anyway,
that's right.
I thought it was pretty funny. It does look a lot like you.
It's not a hand truck hero; it's a hand job hero.
Yeah. If it was actually me, that's what it would say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you guys found that kind of interesting. I was just overwhelmed by how many apologies were in the news, and we didn't even cover the biggest one that I'm saving for next week. So stand by for that, and please consider supporting the show for free on Instagram, where we're going to start putting the Impossible Burger questions. Will be premiering on our Instagram. So if you want the chance to play and win, make sure you go subscribe and follow our Instagram account. Subscribe to our YouTube account, where we're going to reveal the answers to the questions and award the prizes for the game live on the show when it comes out on Wednesdays. So you're going to want to subscribe on YouTube and follow on Instagram. And Joe, do you have anything that you'd like to add at this point?
No, except for I loved the Impossible Burger game, and I look forward to seeing that even more. And I killed it.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should be proud of it or if it should have been expected of me, but I logicked my way through it, and I nailed all of it.
Joe, nothing is ever expected of you.
Yeah, see? There we go. Under promise and over deliver. That's me.
That a boy.
Yeah, I think there might be a version of the game where you're a contestant, you're the champion answering the question, and then the chat can agree or disagree with whether or not they think that you're right.
I'll be the
I-
Gilbert
Stump the
Godfrey,
six-pack.
you fool. I'll
Yes.
try to pull that roll off.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, thank you, Ed, for coming back, because it was a pain in the ass running the clips without you last week. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
shucks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks
For
for doing
Fat
all the hard
Eddie.
work that we don't want to do.
yeah. So thanks to Ed. For Joe Sixpack, I'm Trucker Andy saying,
Stay sorry.